that they don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined the street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there. I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about Sammy Gravano and the trouble that he's found himself in. It's not looking good for him. I mean, we all know the type of person Sammy Gravano is. I mean, I've been talking about how disgusting of a human being he is for a long time. Kind of gave up on desecrating the rats because it's just not worth my time anymore. You know what I'm saying? I got better things to do. But anyway, we're going to get into that today. We got a bunch of other things to talk about. So before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. If you guys want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chatting with Staxx, or you can hit a Venmo, PayPal, Super Stickers, Super Chats, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate every single dollar. It goes a long way. I put it right back into the show. Make sure you subscribe to Patreon. I'm going to be dropping some really exclusive content that you can't see anywhere else. I can't put it on YouTube. So Patreon is the place to go. And make sure you subscribe to Spotify too. I'm on Spotify. I'm starting to upload over there. So go check it out and subscribe. Follow me. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. Let me give some shout outs before we get started. TRC, what's good, man? Lake St. Martin, First Nation, Manitoba, Canada's in the house. Thank you for joining me. CMC, what's good? John, yes, I have seen the newspaper report. So this all came out about 4 months ago, right? And that chick Anna did an interview on Dominic Sicali's show. I'm not a hater. Go over there and watch it if you want. I got a couple clips. We're going to check it out. But if you want to watch the whole thing, go over to Dominic Sicali's and watch it. You know, me and him had our differences in the past. I got nothing against him, but I don't really care for them people. JCM, what's good? Randy, how you doing? Real OG, not SB. Hello, Staxx. Thank you. Appreciate you. Are there any mods here? This is a link if you can pin Sammy's news report. Yeah, I don't know how to do all that, man. I do have a mod somewhere in here. Sammy is a coward. Yes, he is. Ryan, what's good? How are you? Eddie Pepper's in the house. What's going on? Shout out to British Columbia. Shout out to all my people up there in Canada. Good afternoon, Jay 2 times. What's good? How are you? Virginia Chaos is in the building. Jamie, how are you? B.O.B. Bob, what's up? B.O.B.D. Staxx, I'm guessing you already seen the newspaper article. I got the link if you want. No, I got it, man. I got it. Interview with ex-Sammy employee Anna. Yes, he did an interview with Anna. This is Anna. And we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to get into the stories, and it's pretty gross what they're alleging. And he might end up on the registry. You know what the weird thing is, though, right? The really weird thing about this whole situation is that all of this has been reported to the police over there in Phoenix. Why haven't they done anything? Is it because he's telling on people? I mean, they said he had a pistol in his they reported that he had a pistol, that he assaulted them, whipped this thing out and did some nasty shit. Carney, what's going on? How are you? TCG, James. Comments make you angry. Thank you for joining me. But before we get to that story, we got to talk about the Iron Wings Motorcycle Club over near Pittsburgh. So you guys remember this situation, right? So the Iron Wings Motorcycle Club, back in September, this was September 10th, a drug indictment returned after motorcycle club leader charged with assaulting rivals. Christopher Matulski Jr., 36 years old, described as a higher up with the Iron Wings, faces cocaine trafficking counts and is awaiting prosecution on charges he attacked members of another biker club at a social hall. An Erie Motorcycle Club leader, Christopher Matulski, has been indicted on federal drug trafficking charges. Matulski is already facing charges in 3 separate cases in the Erie County Common Pleas Court, including one involving a violent confrontation with another motorcycle club. Now, this guy was a higher up in the club. I'm pretty sure he probably still is. The federal charges allege that Matulski trafficked cocaine on 2 occasions, and charges carry a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison for each count. The leader of the Erie Motorcycle Club is facing more charges, but in a different legal venue, federal court. You guys remember when this big situation happened where all these people got arrested and they were keeping it really quiet? Well, this is part of that situation. Christopher P. Matulski Jr., 36, whom prosecutors described as a high-ranking member of the Iron Wings Motorcycle Club, is already facing charges in 3 cases in the Erie County Court, including violent confrontation with another motorcycle club in January of 2024. And that was at a fundraiser that happened. Matulski has already been indicted on 2 counts of felony drugs. New charges filed in U.S. District Court was September 9th, alleged Matulski trafficked cocaine on December 20th and February 11th. The indictment provided no details where the U.S. Attorney's Office alleges the offenses occurred and whether the case was related to the Iron Wings Motorcycle Club. The feds seek detention. Prosecutors say they had no comment, but the lawyer for Matulski in the federal case could not immediately reach for comment. He faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison on each count if convicted. According to court records, he is being held at the Erie County Prison following bond revocation in one of the common pleas court cases. And Sellers wants him to stay detained in the federal case. It says Hell's Angels case. I don't know why that's in there. It says in Erie machine gun case, feds say defendant worked alongside members of the Hell's Angels. U.S. Attorney's Office is seeking detention partially because the serious threat exists the defendants will obstruct or attempt to obstruct justice or pose a threat to prospective witness or jurors. Sellers said the request had been filed in advance of yet to be scheduled detention hearing. Now, this is all older, right? And we're going to get to what's going on now. The 3 other cases in the saga, the club fight, the federal charges, comes as Matulski waits for prosecution in Commons Pleas Court for 3 cases. The charges that Matulski and the other Iron Wings member were involved in a violent confrontation with another motorcycle club at the Saga Club Social Hall on Washington Avenue. Now, that's the one I was talking about. That's the one we first reported on. at West 38th Street in Erie in January of 2024, charged that Matulski held a handgun and threatened to shoot a boy in September 2024 after Matulski accused the boy of kicking his motorcycle. Erie police said Matulski threatened the boy in the boy's backyard at Atkins Street between Payne and Gilson Avenue in Erie. And that 2013 felony conviction barred Matulski from having a handgun. Charges that Matulski punched a bouncer and fought with other people in March at the Big Bar in East 10th and State Street in Erie. Matulski is out on a $10,000 bond in the threats case, where he's charged in the Big Bear case in April. The new charges led to bond revocation and partial incarceration in Erie County Prison. After the bond hearing for Matulski in April, the prosecutors in Erie County District Attorney's Office said it's the District Attorney's Office belief that he is the leader of the Iron Wings. The ATF helped in the case against the Iron Wings. The largest of the other 3 criminal cases against Matulski involves the incident at the Saga Club in Washington Avenue in January 2024. The club has since gone out of business. Authorities say the investigation of the Saga Club confrontation included Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives through the District Attorney's Office declined to comment on the ATF's involvement. The Pagans case. Erie man spared prison time for acting as a drug courier for the Pagans Motorcycle Club in Pittsburgh. Erie police on March 27th charged Matulski and 15 other Iron Wings members with assaulting other people at the Saga Club January 13th, 2024. Charges include aggravated assault, robbery. According to court records, one of the defendants, Matulski's father, Christopher Matulski Sr., 58 years old, with assistance from the ATF and Erie police, served arrest warrants on the Iron Wings members in March 27th during a sweeping that fanned out across Erie. I remember that. I reported on it, including a stop at the Iron Wings clubhouse at 1102 East Avenue. The fight at the Saga Club occurred during a fundraiser for another motorcycle club. The Teamsters authorities said the fundraiser was a celebration of life for a Teamster member who died in a motorcycle accident. According to the testimony and preliminary hearing in the assault case on July 22nd, police alleged that about 40 members of the Iron Wings showed up to the fundraiser and that a number of them assaulted members of another motorcycle club, the Vanguard, the Vargans. According to testimony preliminary hearing, which is scheduled to resume October 24th, Erie man accused of intimidating witnesses online in an arson case against him. The man accused of assaulting a girl, filming it, faces charges in Erie. Butler County, Erie police, a motorist hit 7-year-old bicyclist, but the child was on the sidewalk before driving off. Pleads guilty to homicide and 2 other counts in, I think those are separate cases. But anyway, so this guy's back in the news, right? And let me show you a picture. And shout out to him because he took full responsibility for the shit that he did. A lot of people don't do that type of shit, right? Biker, Erie Biker Club leader admits to federal cocaine charges in separate assault cases near trial. A man once regarded as a ranking figure inside Erie's outlaw motorcycle club scene stood in federal court and admitted his role in a cocaine distribution case, a plea that does 1 chapter in his legal troubles even as another looms on the horizon. Christopher P. Matulski, described by prosecutors as a high-ranking member of the Iron Wings Motorcycle Club, pleaded guilty in federal court to cocaine charge this week, acknowledging his involvement in drug trafficking activity, uncovering during a broader investigation into the club's operations. The plea entered in U.S. District Court in Erie marks a significant development in the case that federal authorities say underscores the persistence and intersection between outlaw biker culture and narcotics distribution. While details of the plea agreement have not been fully disclosed. Matulski now faces potential prison time under federal sentencing guidelines tied to cocaine trafficking offenses. According to court filings, federal investigators spent months building the case, using surveillance, confidential sources, controlled purchases to document the movement of cocaine linked to individuals associated with the Iron Wings. Prosecutors allege Matulski played a leadership role, coordinating, facilitating transactions that brought the drug into the area. Through the Iron Wings, it is not nationally known as a larger outlaw motorcycle club. Law enforcement agencies have long scrutinized regional biker groups for alleged involvement in drug distribution, weapons violation, and acts of violence. Federal officials have not announced a broader conspiracy charge tied to the club itself in this case, but investigation remains part of a larger effort to disrupt organized criminal activity operating under the banner of outlaw motorcycle clubs. There's another legal battle ahead, though. Matulski pleaded guilty plea comes as he prepares to confront separate criminal cases involving allegations of assault, and that matter referred into court pertaining to a fight case is expected to move forward in state court in the coming months. So he gets sentenced in federal court, right? And then what? He has to go to court in state court, and then he gets both times, and then he has to do one sentence and then get out and do the other sentence. So he's going to be in there for a while. The dual proceedings paint a portrait of the mounting legal pressure, while federal case carries potential significant prison time. The pending assault case could further complicate sentencing considerations in any future negotiations. Under federal law, cocaine trafficking convictions carry substantial penalties depending on the quality involved, prior criminal history, and whether firearms or violence were connected to the offense. Matulski will remain free on bond pending sentencing unless the judge orders otherwise. Damn, so he got out on bond. Legal analysts note that the federal drug conviction often results in harsher sentencing that's comparable to state level cases, particularly when the defendant are characterized as organizers or leaders within the criminal enterprises. For Erie, the case signals continued federal attention on organized criminal activity in the local level. Authorities have emphasized the leadership roles within the club do not insulate individuals from prosecution, and in some instances may draw sharper scrutiny. As Matulski awaits sentencing, the courtroom spotlight will soon shift to his pending assault case, where a separate set of allegations could determine whether his guilty plea being force of closure or merely a midpoint of a longer legal reckoning. So we'll see what happens with that case. You guys remember when they kicked the door off the fucking clubhouse and all these guys got arrested? It was like 20 guys got arrested, but they weren't talking about it. They didn't put it out in the public, anything about it. There was like nothing. So OMC, what's good? What OMC got their cut taken? Oh, in that video, that was the unknown bikers, and that happened down in Virginia, I believe. Matty Marinero, what's going on, man? How you been? Thank you for coming in here. Appreciate you. Al, how you doing? TBH, I live near these guys. Great people. Cops making them look bad. Listen, it's crazy that someone takes responsibility. I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about this dude, that he's a good person. And he's like a family type of guy, you know? But he's involved with a motorcycle club. Big deal. I mean, but a lot of times people don't take responsibility for the things they do, you know? But he went into court and he fucking took responsibility. Kev, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining me today. Damn, it's been a long time. How you been, Staxx? I've been great. Things are great, man. Scrap Iron's in the building. Sammy got some sugar in his tank. Yes, he does. Jack Russo. All you got to say is his name. Jack Russo. You know who Jack Russo was, right? We know all about Sammy and his escapades. So Jack Russo is the reason why Sammy went on a murderous rampage. Jack Russo. Sammy was in love with Jack Russo, who was a bartender. I think it was in Brooklyn. He was a bartender in Brooklyn or the Bronx, and Sammy had a little thing going with Jack Russo, right? And Deborah, Sammy's wife, her brother, Sammy ended up killing his wife's brother, because he knew about Jack Russo and Sammy. So what happens? Sammy kills the brother, kills Jack Russo, and tried to make it seem like, oh, the boss ordered that. No, he didn't. Jack Russo had really no connections like that to organized crime, and he wasn't involved like that. He said, oh, he was going around disrespecting the boss. No, he wasn't. Sammy's a liar. Sammy had, we'll say, an inappropriate relationship with Jack Russo. A very nasty, nasty old man this guy is. He's a disgusting individual. I'm sure soon he'll be on the S offender registry. But you guys know what happened, right? So Sammy divorced his wife so that she can make the money, and it's like he still has the money. So because there's a law against people making money because of the crimes they committed, right? So he found a loophole. He divorced his wife, puts everything in Deborah's name. They have the media company, Deborah's Way, or whatever the hell it's called. They funnel all the money right to Deborah, and Sammy has access to everything. So meantime, Sammy puts these young girls around him. I remember when he first came on the scene with these young girls. So he had his little studio, right? And she was one of the first girls around. She was all about Sammy when he first hit the scene. All about him. Infatuated. It was like he was a superstar. These people don't know who this guy is. They know who he is now. So this is one of the people that was first around Sammy Gravano, right? You see Sammy in the pool with his floaties. So this woman used to work for Sammy. She disappeared. All of her content disappeared off of Sammy's channel. I mean, these people were all over the place with Sammy Gravano. And then all of a sudden, they disappear, right? And people are like, what happened to this girl? All of her content is gone. Everything is gone. And then this girl was working for him. She used to read the questions on live. She used to get him his smoothie and all this bullshit, right? And some crazy stuff was happening. She'd like go to bring him a smoothie, right? Like, here, Sammy. And Sammy be sitting there with his meat out. Like, hey, look at this. Like a dirty old man that Sammy is. But anyway, Dominic Cicali interviewed that woman, and she had a lot to say about Sammy and the things he's done. But there's a new article out. Ex-mobster Sammy the Bull accused of assaulting employee. What? Don't you say, Sammy? A woman who worked for Salvatore Sammy the Bullshitter Gravano says he forcibly kissed her, talked about his penis, and threatened her. For the past several years, former mob enforcer turned government informant turned Arizona celebrity Sammy the Bullshitter Gravano has been trying to get a TV show made about his life. He's been trying forever. I guess they must not want him because he's been trying to get a fucking TV show forever. He's been saying it forever. In the process, he's made life a hell for several female employees who work for him, according to a lawsuit filed last week in federal court. Now, this is, before it was just allegations, but now they filed a lawsuit. So they should have filed the lawsuit against Deborah because she's the one with all of Sammy's money. So the lawsuit filed by 36-year-old Anna Costanda, a Valley resident who worked as a producer and administrative assistant for Gravano for much of the past 3 years, said she was among fewer than 10 employees of Gravano's small Chandler production company, Deborah's Way. I told you guys, Deborah's Way, which he runs along with his ex-wife and current business partner, Deborah Gravano. You see what I'm saying? He funnels the money through Deborah so that he can make money off his crimes. He's not supposed to make money at all. Like, he's not supposed to be getting paid for talking about murders and the mob and all this shit that he's done because he's profiting off of the crimes that he committed in the past. And they have the Son of Sam law to stop him from that. And they stopped him from making money on his book, Underboss. But he found a way around it. He funnels his money through his ex-wife, current business partner. It's pretty stupid, but you got to give him a little credit for the ingenuity, right? I guess. So in her lawsuit against the 80-year-old dirtbag, she claims that he repeatedly behaved inappropriately to the point of creating a hostile work environment for her and the other employees, many of them women. Her complaint alleges that Gravano made racially derogatory comments towards her, stuck his tongue down her throat without her consent on multiple occasions, and consistently made sexually explicit comments about S and his penis, even exclaiming to her, "Look how hard my dick is." What? He also allegedly often showed employees nude photos of women on his phone during working hours and had violent outbursts towards female employees, some of who quit on the spot. Like, they weren't taking the shit, so they dropped their shit and walked away. Some people won't deal with that type of shit, right? How come they didn't come forward, though? But I know that they make threats. Well, OMC took their cut. It doesn't say. And if I knew, I probably wouldn't say it. They didn't have cuts on, so it wasn't an OMC or OMG or whatever. He also allegedly often showed employees photos, blah, blah, blah. Additionally, he allegedly once required her to collect a sample of his feces from the toilet for a medical test. What? He said, "Yo, go in the bathroom. I just took a shit. Go collect that. Go collect that sample for the doctor." She says he also kept a gun in his office, which she says he is prohibited from possessing as he is a convicted felon. And that the Gravano once pointed it at someone's head in front of other employees. Now, she said that she's went to the police about all this situation. Jason, what's up, man? How are you? Shout out to Quebec. We got Quebec in the building. The Alcairlon syndrome, right? It's crazy, man. What's good, Jason? How you doing? Shout out to North Carolina. So Loud is in the building. So she spoke to length to the news or to the newspaper about her experiences working for Gravano and provided screenshots of text messages that she said supports her allegations. I have thousands of text messages of just, he did this today, or he said this today. I don't want to be alone with him in the office, she said. She also provided incident reports from the Phoenix Police Department, to whom she complained about Gravano's behavior. It's not clear to what extent, if any, the Phoenix police investigated those complaints. So you can't make this up, man. Like, this guy is just getting away with this shit. Neither Gravano nor his attorney have responded for requests for comments to the newspaper. Gravano, they reached out to 6 former employees of Gravano, but nobody reached back out to them. And this girl says that, this girl Anna says that Gerard threatened her too. So the whole interview is over on, he's probably still snitching on people. Probably. I thought she went back to work for him, they said in a short on a clip channel. Really? I don't think so. Because this lawsuit just dropped. Or maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. Could be. Possibly, right? Who the fuck knows? These people are all weirdos. All of them. So, I formulated a few clips for you guys from this video. You can watch the whole video over at Dominic Cicali's channel. Fair use.
Right. But the problem is he doesn't see.
Oh, doesn't that look like Gravano a little bit? We got some popsicles. So I got a couple clips of her talking about some of the shit that Gravano has done.
Right. But the problem is he doesn't see a problem with his behavior. And even if he does, it's always pushing the line of what can you get away with. And that is a true criminal psychology. That is a true part of the antisocial personality disorder and the psychopathy that he has, or the sociopathy that he has. And that's why he's able to live amongst us and get by just the skin of his teeth with things that have gone on in the valley that I know about. And I can't share everything because there will be a more of a mainstream media interview with all of this and the victims. So it's coming. And it is, like I said, it is a scary place to be. A lot of them are scared to come forward, and they haven't done so for a very long time. And
4 months. 4 months this came out, right? 4 months ago. And nothing has transpired until now. Finally, something is like, now there's a newspaper article. Before there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing about this. So it took quite a while for anything to even happen.
One of them just left just recently at the end of July. And they're still contacting the victims. They are still trying to reach out and get them to come back to work. The delusion is insanity.
Well, and I hate to say, you're one of them.
I am. You're right. And
you're one of them that, like, he even has the audacity, like, okay, we'll make everything good and just come back. Everything will be hunky-dory.
Just come back. I got some popsicles for you.
I'm like, why are you calling me? Why are you texting me? That's how you killed your best friends in the mafias. You tried to lure them in. Everything's going to be great. We're going to make up. Should I call up the divorce lawyer? It's like
Jack Russo. It's a perfect example. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. goes a long way, man. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, people. Give a little something so you can always appreciate it. Thank you, Kev. I really appreciate that, man. Greetings from Toronto. What's good, Keegan? How are you? I got an explosive interview that's dropping on Monday. Holy shit. It's going to shake the internet.
There's no out of touch with reality. It was so scary that when I left, and then just they were already reaching out to people when they knew I was on my way out. So this is the playbook. They knew how to do this. They knew how to prey on women. They knew how to bring them in. All the carrots that got dangled with the show and the merch line and all of this and that is how they bring them in. Him and Gerard do this, okay? And when it was like a couple weeks, not even a couple weeks, they already had somebody new. And I knew about this because I've lived here my whole life, okay? Everybody calls me and tells me everything, like sends me screenshots. I know. Right. They think they're so stealth, but whatever. And so just in a couple weeks, they already had somebody in there. And the stories that this woman is telling me are just horrific. It was worse than almost what I went through.
I'll give you a little hint, man. It's 2 ex-Hells Angels exposing a pretty well-known Hells Angel.
So she's trying to come to a place of getting ready to say her story, and I commend her. I commend her bravery. I commend anybody else's bravery that's going to come forward and put light on this darkness. And I don't mean to keep going back to the people around him, but I'm getting calls from people that I work with in production in Arizona, how making me and lawsuit that they're painting this picture that I'm some big horrible person and that she can prove all my lies. And she sat next to Sammy pulling all the text messages, emails to try to paint
but this girl used to do the same thing. Listen, when this girl was there, she used to talk like Sammy was a fucking god. So, I mean, she used to do the same shit that she's saying the other girl's doing for Sammy. She used to be the person. So I don't know.
Some horrific person and that I'm money hungry and I'm this whore. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I took the pay cut so you can put food on your table for your kids. You took the money. I got cut on my pay. So you see this level of ungratefulness and this common theme of the type of people that stick with him. It's me, gimme. And her first day at work, she said, Sammy, make me famous. I'll do anything. Make me famous.
Make me famous. Now, these people are like, this was one of Sammy's employees. Make me famous, Sammy. I have absolutely no talent, but make me famous. That was the level of these people. They want to be actresses. They think they're actresses. They're going to get somewhere in the business. And they go work for Sammy Gravano. And they think that's going to be their big break. Give me a break, man. Like,
I couldn't believe. I was like, no way.
She was doing the same shit, though. Like, she was saying, Sammy, make me famous. I want to be an actress, Sammy. 100%. So
no way, dude. This is insane. But this is what we're dealing with. And she called the director that I work with just yesterday. Finally, he returned her call. And she said, I have no beef with Anna. I don't want any trouble. I don't have any beef with her. We're cool. But they're the victim. They're the victim. Anytime you call them out, oh, please. There's obviously a lot more that's going on in the background, and there's a lot more to the story. But, if anything happens to me or my family or any of the other victims or their family, we all know who it is.
Sammy ain't got that fucking kind of power anymore. Your interview is a Canadian? No. Nope. No, J2 time. Sean, what's up, man? How are you? Damn right, we're next, man. And say hello, fans from Moscow, Russia. Let me know if you're having shit in public. Oh.
They know, listen, I'm gonna put it this way. My ex-sister-in-law took a felony for that ecstasy case because she didn't snitch on them.
If you are happy to take a shit in public, what? Man, can I say hello to your fans from Moscow, Russia? And can you let me know if you're happy to take a shit in public? What? That's a weird question, bro.
My other cousin was in prison with Sammy and Gerard and saw the snitch papers and knows a lot. When I say I've lived here my whole life and I have...
Okay, so if your other cousin was in prison with Sammy and Gerard and they seen the snitch papers, why would you go work for him? Because you thought he was going to make you famous. That's why. I mean, you got to take accountability for yourself too, right? She's like, the audacity of these people that work for him. You were one of them. So...
have deep roots here with my family. I know a lot. And it's like, I don't say anything. I don't expose it. I'm really trying to come from a place for compassion. But when you bring my kid into it and anybody that's working with him and trying to take me down.
I guess Sammy said something about her family, like to her kid. Sammy said something. I don't know if he threatened her family or what, but he did some wild shit like that.
And hurt my kid and contact his dad's side and my ex's side and all of that family. They are the last people you want to get involved in this. And you're going to mess with their grandkid and you're going to mess with their son. And my ex is not happy about it. And I know that they were trying to contact them. Gerard and Sammy were having Amina and the other victim try to contact.
That was the other one, Amina, right? This one's Anna and Amina. This one might be Amina. I don't know. I don't think so.
So you're sitting here, you're messing with people's kids, you're messing with people's careers, their money, their livelihoods, and ultimately their safety and their lives. It's not okay. I want to stay away from all the details, but what you read in that letter, Dom didn't even, what you guys don't know, Dom didn't read the whole letter.
Debating, right?
It's very graphic what she was asking, please stop. And he's admitting to it in the text. He's like, I won't. It's like, what do you do? So this is a habit. This is a pattern. They prey on these women and it doesn't stop until the woman psychologically breaks.
What do you guys think of this situation with Scrammy the Bull Gravano? He's going to end up on the registry. I'm telling you, 100%. He is going to end up on the registry. People are going to be dropping like flies out of his little camp. But anyway, I want to know what your thoughts are on this situation. And always remember Jack Russo. Sammy killed Jack Russo because he was involved with a crazy relationship with a gay guy. And he started whacking people because he was whacking people. But anyway, I got some new merch on the way. If I was you, I would be mad at me too. A bunch of new merch is on the way. So if you guys want to cop some new merch, hit me up. Don't let your tongue get your teeth knocked out. The dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I got a bunch of different t-shirt and hoodie designs. So if you guys want to get them, hit me up. Let me know which one you want. I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than eat steaks with snakes. Trigger warning. This presentation may contain material participants may find distressing or disturbing. Or you can get the Start Your Own Fucking Podcast. And remember, it's like into the fabric. It's not like a big ass sticker, like it's into the fabric. So it's high quality hoodies, high quality t-shirts. All I do is black. So if you want one of the designs we got, Let me know. This is a dope one. If I was you, I would be mad at me too. Killer merch. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Kev says, good show, Staxx. Been a while. Be on again. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Montauk, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. Killer merch. Thank you, bro. I believe he did it, but these chicks went along with it until it yeah, right? Francis, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, we got a lot of dope merch. So if you guys want some black hoodies, black t-shirts, hit me up. Let me know. Hit up the email at billstax2021@gmail.com. And if you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App. And remember, don't be a bitch. But thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We got another show dropping tonight. Milk, I think it's part 5 or 6. But you guys do not want to miss Monday's show. If you're on Patreon, you'll get to see it first. Or if you're on the membership over here, you'll get to see it first. You guys don't want to miss that. It's going to shake the internet. But if you guys like the show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.